Now, if you were born after the year 2000, you may not have ever heard of the Celtic Warriors. In this video we're going to look at the history of this side and where it all went wrong. So if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe, like the video and get involved in the comments below on your thoughts on this story. Let's look at how it all started though. The Warriors were one of 5 original regions of the Welsh regional rugby era. It was in quite controversial times for Welsh rugby, as the old format of 9 clubs in the professional game here in Wales changed into 5 teams. The 5 teams were set to compete in the new Celtic League, which featured 4 other Irish teams and 2 Scottish teams. The 5 Welsh teams were the Ospreys from the clubs of Neath and Swansea, Scarlets from Llanelli, Cardiff Blues of the Cardiff clubs, Newport Gwent Dragons of the Newport clubs, and then of course Celtic Warriors, who represented the Mid Glamorgan area, and the 2 clubs of Pontypridd and Bridgend came together to get behind the Celtic Warriors. However, there were problems from the start, as disputes over the team name, colours and home ground for most of the summer of 2003. Names such as the Valley Ravens, the Crusaders were mentioned, but in the end Celtic Warriors was the one that was chosen. The home ground was also a big issue, with an original decision to see the game split between the respective home grounds of Bridgend and Pontypridd. Other options of a neutral ground were spoken about, but in the end a decision was made to split the games between Bridgend and Pontypridd's ground. But even after all this controversy, the team played very well in the Celtic League, as it was known back then, or today known as the Pro 14, finishing 4th in the league, winning 14 matches and losing only 8. With players such as Gethin Jenkins, Neil Jenkins, Gareth Cooper and also Gareth Thomas, the team were in good stead and looked good for the future. So what went wrong? Again, off-field issues affected the team and the club as a whole. Financial problems at Pontypridd led to the sale of their half of the Warriors to bridge owner Leighton Samuel, in which turn he sold to the Welsh Rugby Union, a move later condemned by the club. Issues such as Leighton Samuel's decision to abandon playing in games at Sardis Road, the home of Pontypridd, and sticking only to the Bridgend home ground were controversial. In the end, Leighton Samuel sold the rest of the Warriors to the Welsh Rugby Union, and in the summer of June 2004, Welsh Rugby Union deemed it right to give the club up and close the club down for good. Samuel claimed that when selling the club, the Welsh Rugby Union had promised a second season for the Warriors, but there is no proof of this. After the ending of this club, players left for other regions in Wales, such as Gethin Jenkins joining the Cardiff Blues, Kerry Sweeney going to the Dragons, and Sonny Parker joining the Ospreys. Many players looked for passages anew abroad in France, and some headed over the border to play for clubs in England. So what happened after 2004 to the history of the club, to the legacy of the club? Well, in the aftermath of this, the Celtic Crusaders, the rugby league team, were formed and played at Brewery Field, but later moved on to Wrexham. They were also funded and owned by Samuel Leighton, and is also now non-existent. So what do you guys think? Do you think there should be another Welsh region? Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts. Subscribe if you're new, check out the Welsh Rugby Show on the channel, which covers all the action from the 4 Welsh regions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on BIS Rugby.